Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tech Gamers World. In this video, we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and reviewing the DECKTOK Smart Folding Floor Lamp. Now I am super excited to check this out, and hopefully this will add to the lighting aesthetic in my game room. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Let's do this. Okay everyone, welcome back. So as I said in the introduction to this video, a huge thank you to DECKTOK for sending me their smart foldable floor lamp. I am super excited to check this out and see if it can help boost the aesthetic and lighting in my gaming room. So with that said here, all opinions expressed in this video are my own, and if everyone could do me a huge favor and click that like button, follow me, and subscribe to me at Tech Gamers World, that would be totally awesome. So let's get it to it. So usually these kind of videos start out where somebody shows you the box, opens it up, shows you what's inside. I figure we can skip all that and through the power of technology, make this box turn into a standing floor lamp in 3 seconds. So let's do it now. 3, 2, 1, bam. So there it is. Now I was able to set up this light in about, honestly, 5 minutes. So let's take a closer look here. So again, this is the DECKTOK Smart Foldable Floor Lamp, and it is super sleek looking. As you can see here, it has a nice matte black base that is, of course, weighted to keep the lamp upright. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 LED lights on it, and they should all be customizable. This thing is really cool. It features a nice lengthy power cord and an inline control box that is used to manually turn on and off the light and provides wireless for your home networking internet connectivity needs, which we'll go through as part of the app setup and testing. I absolutely love the way that this looks. And what's a really cool feature is if you take a look here at the back of the box, you can actually mount this on a wall as well. So you have your standard floor lamp option or a wall mounted option, which is really, really cool. I would definitely consider the wall mounted option if I actually had room on my wall for it in a spot that I think would work nicely. But for purposes of this video, we're going to be taking a look at the light in its standing mode. So what came in the box? Pretty straightforward. We have the base, the 4 LED lights here that are bendable and movable. We have the table with the control box. We also have a remote control, and there are also various mounting clips included if you'd like to mount the unit and smart light on the wall. So that is pretty cool, and all the necessary screws. Now, putting this thing together was super simple. There is literally just a screw that goes up through the bottom with a nut on it, and you basically screw it in to the light fixture. I made it nice and tight to ensure stability. And then, like I said, these things bend any which way you want. So you can see here, I bent it all the way over. It's still standing up. You could stand it perfectly upright to make a vertical tower there. And what's cool is you can spin the lights any which way you want. So you could have right, left, right, left. There, you could, pretty cool. They're obviously all bend. So like I said, you could bend this any which way that you want it here. You can spin it. So I'm going to go ahead here and basically mimic what's on the front of the box here because I kind of like that look. So we'll go ahead here, spin this one this way here. We can spin this one around so that we can bend it back here. So as you can see, you spin it there, you spin it there. It's now ready to bend. And then we can take the top here and spin it as well. Spin it this way. And then, of course, you can spin the LED lights. So you can see here, we've got it just like that. Pretty cool. I kind of like that funky, like just bend any which way look. So you can see, like I said, it can bend. This thing can bend any way that you can imagine. So you can go like that, then you can bend it back like that for that zigzag look, which is what I'm going to go for here. So we could bend this just like so and bend it back that way. That's a pretty good look. I got you standard zigzag going here. And we'll take this one and bend the light so the light faces out that way. This one, the light's going to go this way. That one, the light will go that way. And that one, the light will go that way. Pretty cool. Very easy to do. So let's go ahead and make it a little darker in here. And then we will be ready to power on this light and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and get better position here. And there we go. All right, so the first thing we want to do here is get this smart lamp set up with the DECKTOK app. So the DECKTOK Smart Foldable Floor Lamp can be managed via your home network, wireless, or the internet through the DECKTOK mobile app. So I'm going to show you here how to get that set up now. It is very, very easy. So the first thing we want to do is power on the lamp. So when you do that, the first thing I'm going to see here is the lights on it are flashing. Flashing red means it's in Bluetooth pairing mode and it's not being managed by any mobile apps. So the first thing you want to do here is pull up the DECKTOK app. Now, if you don't have this app, just go on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and search DECKTOK, DECKTOK. The app will show up. It's free. You download it and create an account. Now you can see here, I've already got my account created and I am managing multiple DECKTOK devices. The corner lamps, the one you see in the background, the RGB lights on the TV with the HDMI sync. So we are ready to add another device to the DECKTOK app. So what we want to do here is go up here and hit add device. Now, let's talk a little bit about this here. So to add a device on your wireless, this device specifically must use the wireless 2.4 gigahertz network. Now that means if you have Wi-Fi wireless 5, 6E, or 7, you cannot connect this smart device to those networks. The network and the wireless access points, routers, modems, must broadcast the 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Now, if you have a home wireless that has one SSID or wireless name that broadcasts 2.4, 5, 6E, and 7, or any combination of those, that's fine as well, as long as it includes the 2.4 gigahertz network, because that's what's included inside of the control module. So here we see the device. Now the initial connection will be done by Bluetooth, and then you can add it to your wireless internet. So I'm going to go ahead here and click on this. Now it's going to ask me to select my home wireless network. Again, a 2.4 gigahertz network. Now, of course, I can't show you this part. I'm going to go ahead here and select it and input my password. Now, when I hit next here, you will see that the app is going to work on connecting the smart light to the home wireless network. Now, when the light changes color, that means it is successfully connected to my 2.4 gigahertz wireless network. We can go ahead here and hit done. Now you can see here that the device has been added to the app. So if you go up here to edit, you can edit the name, the icon, you can add a picture, the location of the smart lamp. So I'm going to go ahead here and just change this to text smart lamp. And then we'll hit confirm. So now we can see that it has been updated. I'll set a location here. You can select a room. If you want, you can create a room. If you manage multiple devices throughout your house, it would make sense to create rooms to manage devices on a room basis. So with that said, we can now go ahead and start checking out the various lighting features of this floor standing smart lamp. So let's go ahead and make it a little dimmer in here, actually a lot dimmer, so that we can all see these lights in all their brilliance. Now, this is always weird to me. I'm used to having as much light as possible when I do my recordings, so it's a nice change to be able to turn out the lights for once. So let's do that now. So I'm going to use the DECKTOK app to turn off my TV RGB lights and the two corner lights, all from DECKTOK. Now, if you're interested in finding out about the corner lights or the HDMI SmartSync RGB lights for the TV, check out the description for this video. I will have links to those products as well. So let's go ahead here and turn off the TV lights first. So they are off. Now we'll do the shelf in the back corner, off, and the corner lamp behind me, off. Now let's turn off my streaming lights to make it even darker in here so we can appreciate the lighting from the DECKTOK Smart Foldable Floor Lamp. Okay, so now what we want to do is go in to that device and manage it, all done from the DECKTOK app. So looking here, we see a visualization of the light. We see some options. You have color, white, color card, and combination. And we'll go through all of those. And then along the bottom here, you have the lights, the palette, the music, and some options. So let's go ahead and talk about the color. So this is an RGB foldable smart lamp. So what does that mean? That means that this device transmits out various lights, colors of the spectrum, reds, greens, blues. Those three colors can be used to make any color in the light spectrum. So that's why you see this color palette here. So if I want red, I just drag it, drag it to red. If I want an yellow and orangish, so, green, I love neon green, I love red. There's neon green. You want your blues, you want a darker blue, you want to get into the purples here, the magentas, some more reds. And if you go up, it'll get lighter. So your cyans, your even lighter greens, more like a bluish there, some yellow tints to it, all the way up to whites. Now, if you want to get true white, you go into the white color section here, and then you can select your whites. So if you want that sunlight looking white, if you want more of a daytime white, you can get this, whatever kind of whites you like. I prefer the more of the yellowish white, mimicking like the sun when I have it stuff in my house. So that's how you can do that with the whites. Color card here is your predefined colors, your greens, your reds, your blues, your light blues, your darker blues, more like purple-ish purple, reds, the lighter reds, magentas. You got your cyans, your even brighter yellows, your darker reds. And then, of course, in any of these, you can adjust the brightness. So you can turn the brightness all the way down to fit your mood. And then you can go to combination. So combination here is pretty nice. You have combinations available. So if you want to set it for 4 different colors, you can do that. So we got blue, blue, magenta, green there. It's more like a purple. One of them. It's hard to see because of the lighting, of course. So various options available here, and you can select any which one you want to fit your aesthetic. And then, of course, we have one of the cool features of the DECKTOK products is the coloring, the painting. So if I want to set, say, red for the top one, green for this one, let's say purple for that one, and we'll do a lighter red for there. I can manually set each of the 4 sections, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, you can erase and turn off various sections as well. So it's all off there. And we can just do that again here. We can do, a yellowish white up top. We can do a red. Then we can do a blue. You can set whatever color you want it to be, just like that, which is pretty cool. Now, there's other things available in the app that are predefined. So they call them palettes, basically. Scenery, life, festival. So you have Iceland blue, Glacier Express, and you'll notice that the colors change. And you can see what the color change will look like in the app here. So fireworks at sea is always pretty cool. If you're looking for like that party-ish kind of feel, it's pretty neat. Firefly light. We got Dream Meteors, pretty cool. So there are a ton of these that you can go through here. And then if you want to set it, obviously, again, to just one standard red, we got the brights, the greens, my favorite there, the green. I love all things neon green. So one of the cool things I love about these lights is the fact that it can make the lights react to sounds and music. So if you go into the app down at the bottom where the little music icon selection is, you get this brought up. And it has 2 different modes, local mode and app mode. Local mode means the device has a microphone in it that is listening for the ambient noise around it. And you could select these predefined ones to react to the music. So there's rock, which is pretty cool. And now it'll listen to me talk. So when I talk and make noise, you can see the light reacts. So if you're playing music, I'm talking loud so you can see what it sounds like. If you're playing music, the device will react to it and make some really cool lighting features. Same thing here. We've got jazz, which obviously is, of course, the same thing. It's going to react to the music. Different kind of lighting on this one. Pretty cool there. And of course, you can go all the way down through the various options. So you've got rock, jazz, classic, scroll. Scroll's pretty cool. I like this one. Let's see if I can get it to do it. We'll turn the sensitivity up here. So there you go. That's pretty cool. So when you're playing some music, whether or not you're hanging out with friends, by yourself, hanging out with your significant other, you've got all kinds of different settings and moods you can create. Now, another cool thing is app mode. So if you go to app mode and select music rhythm, it's now going to use the app to listen and make lighting. So you could set the app, the phone with the app running anywhere you want, and it will listen to you and make the lights react accordingly. So I'm doing music rhythm. Now, as you can see, it's reacting to me talking. Gaming. So gaming lighters, gamers like bright lights that flash, that make it look cool. So that's what this is like. This is the game setting. And then there is the romance setting. So if you're spending time with your significant other and want some mood lighting, this would be the type of lighting to use. All pretty cool here. So let's go ahead and switch back to this. So the last thing now I want to show you is how to automate some of the on-off features of the DECKTOK lighting. And to do that, we'll use this light and the corner light behind me. So let's do that now. Okay, so if you go into the app here and exit out of the control for this individual lamp, and then go down to the bottom and go to Scene. Here is where you can create your automations. Now, there are various types of automations available, and they work across all of the DECKTOK smart home devices, whether it's the corner lamp, the RGB lights for a TV, the standing lamp, you name it, it works for it. So you have a couple of options. You have launch tap to run when device status changes, schedule, or when weather changes. So a device status change would be a loud noise, or the power goes out, comes on. Schedule would be, I want the lights to come on at 7 a.m. This is great for a kid's room where your kid has to wake up at 7 a.m. to get ready for school, and you can have the lights come on automatically and start out being dim and get brighter. Or when the weather changes, as in a warning that, hey, it's getting super cold or super hot or it's going to rain. For this purposes of this video, we're going to do a launch tap to run. So we're going to go ahead here and add a task. So we're going to go ahead, add task, and then add devices. So we're going to select multiple devices. We're going to set the power switch. So I'm going to set the power switch to be on. I'm going to select the floor lamp and the shelf lamp. So floor lamp, shelf lamp is behind it. We're going to go ahead here and hit confirm. Display area is one areas, and we're going to hit save. Now we'll call this tech room test. Confirm. Okay, so it is set. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead here and turn off the floor lamp. Now, we are ready to test this. So let's go ahead here, go into scene. Here is the scene I created. Go in and hit confirm to run. Now, when I do this, this lamp and the one behind it should turn on. There we go. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So this thing is awesome. I absolutely love this floor lamp from DECKTOK. It is really cool. I love the fact that it's customizable. You could bend it however you want it to. You can put it where you want. You can mount it on the wall, which is just amazing. To literally mount it on the wall, all you have to do is take the base off, use the provided clips, connect the power, and if you want to go really all out, you can set it so that you can drill a tiny hole through the wall, have conduit behind the sheetrock, run the power through it. So let's get into final thoughts. I absolutely love the DECKTOK Smart Foldable Floor Lamp. This thing is awesome. From the various positions you can place it in to the matte black finish, which blends in to the aesthetic of a room, to the adjustable lighting on an individual basis, the scenes, the color combinations, the movement, the audio responsiveness and listening, and the synchronization of the lighting with music, movies, games is really cool. The fact that this is all managed through one device on your mobile phone, tablet is totally awesome. I can't say anything bad at all about this lamp. This thing is just amazing. So a huge thank you to DECKTOK for sending this to me. If anyone is interested in checking out the DECKTOK Smart Foldable Floor Lamp or any of their other products, I'm going to put a link in the description and comments to this video with you can click on to check out their products, and it'll give you a special discount code for all my viewers. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. If you could click that like button and follow and subscribe to me here at Tech Gamers World, that would be totally awesome. And I will see everybody around. Keep on gaming.